Today I want to unbox and review the new V-mount battery from smallrig. Okay, let's get straight into it. So a V-mount battery from smallrig, it looks amazing. It really looks, it's probably one of the best looking V-mount batteries on the market. But you know, a good looking battery is not everything. So V-mount battery, 99 watt hour. We're gonna talk later what means the 99 watt hour and how to understand a little bit more. Let's just open the box. As you open the box, you will see this. This is pretty cool actually. This is the stickers, you know, this is a pretty cool sticker just over there. Remember to bring the card. So you get all these free stickers. They're pretty cool. You can you know, put them on the battery or anywhere you like. And we have the user manual, and I definitely recommend you have a look at the user manual, but we'll get to this just a little bit later. Here it is, smallrig battery. Here it is. It's a beauty. It looks great. It's cool. It's a pretty looking battery. I like the finish. So it's actually the finish, you know, it's fireproof. So, you know, in case, you know, let's hope it will never happen, but you know, in case this doesn't burn, which is good. You know, this is probably the most satisfying thing that you'll ever do. Here it has a power button. So you press the power button and it shows you how much percentage you have. Let's just see why this battery is so good and why there is a hype around it. Well, honestly, I really like the design, but what I like more about this battery is the versatility and the ports it allows you to use. There is a very popular choice around is the FX line battery, which are much cheaper than these ones, with the same watt hour, with the same capacity, but that one is missing a few ports. And saying that, let's see how many ports this battery has. You can use this V-mount battery to charge. Right, so we have a DC one of 8 volts just over here, a DC 2 of 12 volts, you have a USB-A, you can charge basically everything that has a USB-A, same of the USB-C, but you can use to charge any camera that supports USB-C charging. It has a D-tap over here, which you have to be very careful to use the polarity, the right polarity, but it has actually a quick dip over there, so you won't miss the polarities, which is just pretty cool. So the D-tap mainly used to power your monitor when recording with an external monitor, and it has this sort of like plasticky thing that you can, you know, it doesn't slip, so you can actually hold it in your hand pretty well. And this is actually another port. It's called a BP port. You normally will use for professional lights. Okay, so now I'm sure you'll be asking yourself, well, which one to buy? You know, there is the smallrig 99, there is smallrig 55, and when the third option that they have on their website is the smallrig 155 watt hour. But let's first understand what is the watt hour. So it's actually pretty simple. So the watt itself is defined as ampere multiplied by voltage. So if, let's say, a 5 volt battery has 20 watt hour rating and it draws 2 amperes current, then the watt delivered by the battery is equal 10 watts. It probably sounds a little bit confusing, but it's pretty simple. So if you drain, let's say, 90 watts from this battery at once, this battery will last you for 1 hour. Why this battery is much better than the ones on the market? It's simply because this one has a chip inside. It's sort of like a intelligent battery that, you know, will help you with not delivering too much power to your devices and, you know, not burn your camera or your phone, but also it will let you know in rare occasions if something is, you know, going wrong. Let's say you've got like it's too hot, or the battery can charge, or it is too cold, and this is where you will need your user manual, because, you know, you see, let's say OP means that when the overall discharge power exceeds the rated power, the full screen flashes OP, or, you know, like all this signs. You just have to have a look, and if your battery shows you this sort of things, you know what's happening. And I think this is quite important. Another important thing to keep in mind, not just about this battery, but all V-mount batteries in general, because as I said, like, there's no huge massive difference between the V-mount batteries. Yeah, this is intelligent V-mount battery. If this is the first V-mount battery that you buy, obviously I would recommend you to get a really good one. This is my first V-mount battery, and I wanted to go for the 99 watt hour. And here I want to tell you that, you know, is a lithium battery, how the lithium battery works. Every battery has a cycle, let's say 1000 charges. So if you put the 55 watt hour, 99 and 155, so why the bigger capacity are better and it will last you longer? It's simple math. Let's say the 55 watt hour with 1000 recharge cycles will last you less because it's a smaller battery and you'll have to charge more. Whether the 99 and the 155, obviously it will last you a little bit longer because you'll have to charge those less. But I feel like the 99 is the perfect spot because it's still quite small and it's super powerful, and also very important, it's the maximum watt hour capacity that you can take with you on a flight. So this is what you have to keep in mind. You can take bigger capacity batteries on a flight, but you'll need permission from the airline, and you have to let them know, otherwise they won't allow you to have it and you might lose the battery. So yeah, keep that in mind. It's an intelligent battery, so I'm sure whatever I put in is not going to take more power than it needs. Also, talking about power, you charge this battery through the USB port or through the D-tap port over here. This is how you charge it, and it can't take more than 65 watts. And you know, we can talk like for ages about this battery, but let's put this battery to a test. And why I like this battery is simply because it's a sleek design, it looks good, it's in black, it's universal, and you know, it holds pretty well. Okay. Let's go and start using some of those ports and see what we're going to see on the screen over here. So first of all, let me take my Ninja 5 Atomos here, and I'm going to use a D-tap for this. If you have a Ninja 5, you know, they have this adapter, so you can use a cable. I always use coiled cables, so I don't want to, you know, ruin or damage the camera or all these connectors. So always good to have a coiled cable. So we've got my Ninja 5 over here. There's a D-tap port over here, so always make sure you use the right polarity. This one goes just like this. It's I don't know. I mean, I would have preferred for it to go this way because it looks much better, I think. But I don't know. They decided to put the ports this way. I mean, not a big deal anyway. So we have a D-tap here that goes to my Ninja 5. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take two more cables. So I'm going to insert this USB-C just over here, right? And I'm going to insert the USB-A over here, just like that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 3 ports what I'm using now, 3 ports, and we have 88%. So once I will start putting these cables into my devices, so I'll start with my iPhone. Right, charge the iPhone. You can have a look. just over here, straight away, we can see USB-C is using 5.1 volts. Okay, let me charge my iPad over here. So this is USB-A to USB-C, right? Great. So now I'm charging my iPad, and I've got the USB-A port 5.1 volts going. Okay, so right, so my Ninja 5 is left. Okay, let me turn this on. And if you have a Ninja 5, you know how loud these things are. Okay, so Ninja 5 is running. Yeah, quite incredible, I have to tell you. So now, you know, it's Ninja 5, got a card here, I've got a video I shot not long ago. It's going fine. You know, it shows you the battery, it's full. Right, so let me just come closer on this camera over here and show you what it shows us here. So USB-A 5.1 volts, USB-C 5.1 volts, 87%, and you'll be asking yourself, well, wait a second, but why the D-tap is not showing? Why the D-tap is not here? And yes, that's true. The D-tap doesn't show on the screen over there. I don't know why. It's maybe because it's an old port and it's not sort of connected to the screen. I don't have an explanation for that, but this is how normally it works. It's not just on this model, but on all V-mount batteries, the D-tap doesn't show on the screen what it's using. So we've got two more ports to use. So DC1 is 0, DC2 is 0 because we're not using that port. And, you know, so we still have 86%. So talking about how much you can use, for how long you can use a 99-watt battery, obviously it depends on your camera, it depends on your performance, on how hot, how cold it is in the room whilst you're shooting. But for me, from this battery, I can easily connect my Canon R5C, connect my Ninja 5, connect the audio device, and still get like 2 hours of battery life. But this is the minimum, which is fantastic. Who is this V-mount battery for? Obviously, this is not for big productions like Hollywood productions or like big feature film productions, because this is a small V-mount battery. And you know, it's small V-mount battery. It means that yes, it's smaller. Yes, it has a 100 watt hour, but normally on these big productions they have huge V-mount batteries that will power their cameras for still not for too long, but they need more capacity. So this V-mount battery is for independent filmmakers, is for YouTubers, and is actually for basically for everyone who wants a small factor battery that can take with him anywhere they go. Imagine you take two batteries like this to a, I don't know, like festival. You can charge your MacBook Pro, you can charge your iPad, you can charge your headphones, you can charge your phones, and you will still have a lot of juice left in the battery. So I think it's a great investment for you in the future. If you already have some V-mount batteries, maybe you might stick to your old batteries, but if this is the first battery that you're gonna get, I think it's a good option to have. I never had any V-mount batteries before, and I thought, you know, let me get a battery that will last me for the next 10 years. Well, because it has a intelligent chip inside, which will protect my devices, and for me this is very, very, very important. I don't want to use a cheap V-mount battery that will explode my camera, or it will damage my gear. So for me this was very important. Smallrig, a fantastic company that creates great stuff, and you know, by buying these things, I know they're quite expensive, 200 and $80 US, and 250 pounds here in UK. It's quite a lot of money, but I think it will definitely help you, to bring you peace of mind, knowing that your gear is protected with this little V-mount battery. That's all for me for today. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope I brought you some value, and I hope I tried to explain to you to my best knowledge how good or how not good this battery is. I hope you got some value out of it, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you like what I do here on my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourself and happy creation. Bye bye.